I've been living in Siwa now for 5 months. I've been visiting Siwa Oasis since 1995, coming back every few years. It's a wonderful place, as is all of Egypt. I can't recommend highly enough that you come and visit Egypt. There's not a place here that I haven't enjoyed, and so much to see that I still haven't seen. I can't start to tell you how wonderful the people are here. Everyone is really welcoming. You'll be taken into homes, you'll be taken across the street if you get lost and given directions to the place you need to go. You really must see this country and see far more than just the antiquities and the things that you think you're coming for.
You're not worried of being in Egypt during the revolution time?
Not at all. I've felt safe. I know that in the cities it has been difficult, and I've been into Alexandria since the revolution, and there are still some places where there are tanks in the streets protecting buildings and things like that. But everywhere I've been, I've felt safe. It's like any place or any city. You know, you get a feel for the areas that might be dangerous and you stay out of them. It's far more dangerous to be in New York or Sydney or any of the other big cities in the world than it is to be in Egypt at the moment. I think that people are here at an exciting time if they come. Egypt has a very young population, and they're really enthusiastic about making this a better place for themselves, and that's what the revolution has been about. And I think we need to be part of that feeling of taking Egypt forward and making it the really exciting place it can be in the future, not just the exciting place it is now.
So you have been in Siwa for a long time now. What do you recommend for others to see and to visit when they come to Siwa?
In Siwa, you absolutely must come to the springs, of course, both the cold springs and the hot springs. It's a wonderful experience to swim here. Women need to be a little bit more covered up than they would be somewhere like Sharm el-Sheikh. This is very important in Siwa because the local women are completely covered, and you do need to respect local traditions. So that's a worthwhile thing to remember when you're doing your packing for Siwa. The springs, there are daytime springs that you can get to quite easily from the centre. There are springs to go out to at night in the desert, which you do need transport for, but transport is easy to arrange in Siwa. You have the choice of donkey or jeep or cars, many ways to get around. Bicycles as well are a wonderful way to get around, and even walking. The closest spring to swim, the main one, Cleopatra, is only 30 minutes walk from the centre, and it means you're walking through palm gardens and really getting a close-up experience of what the gardens of the oasis are like.
Can you tell your experience when you came here for the first time and you cut a long distance on this? There was nothing except sand and desert on both sides, and then you have seen there? That
was extraordinary. Coming into the oasis from the desert, you have no real understanding of what desert is until you get out in it and then hit an oasis. You have a totally different appreciation for green and shade, and you can understand why perhaps green is the Muslim colour, because paradise must be a garden. When you come to Siwa and you realise what a garden is like here, and how important this little patch is where there is water and trees and so much life and so much growth. Now I'm getting a different feeling to that thing of green and coming out of the desert, because now I'm starting to see how the gardens change each season, and the work that's required to keep the dates fertile, and to work on the olives and all the other things that are grown here. But that first experience of coming in from the desert, it's just that shock of green and appreciation of shade and coolness that you have no idea when you go through 9 hours of desert that something this magnificent is going to be sitting there at the other end.